Hello and welcome to America Today. I'm Saida Pagán. One of the fallouts from the pandemic that we've been experiencing is the impact on your budget. It seems to me that everyone needs to know how to manage their money a lot better. And with us today is Tara Alderete. She is the Director of Enterprise Learning for Money Management International, and she is here to talk to us about what you need to know to make sure that all goes well with your finances. Welcome, Tara.
Thank you. Well, thank you for having me.
Before we get into some of the things that people really need to know about budgeting, talk to us a little bit about what Money Management International does.
Sure. Money Management International, or MMI, is a nonprofit credit counseling and housing organization. So we help people achieve their financial goals and kind of get over any hurdles or roadblocks that they might be experiencing to achieve those goals.
Very good. And is there a fee for this, or for people obviously who are really suffering the impact of job loss, economic downturn? How can you help those people?
Such a great question. So we offer many different services, from a budget review, credit review, debt management plans. The first place to start is with a debt and budget credit counseling session, and there is no fee for that. And so you'll work with a counselor, make a budget, talk about next steps.
This is unprecedented in my lifetime, what has happened. So what advice do you have for the public in general, unless you're a gazillionaire? And even then, even then, you've got to take advantage of learning, and you have to learn about how to manage your money. So what advice do you have in general for people?
Sure. Build that budget, right? Get a good look at that budget. Make sure it's working for you. Reach out for resources if you need help. If you have debt, realize that there are organizations that can help you get that under control. MMI is one of them. So reach out for help through a debt management plan and try to get that debt down, because it really can, it can affect your financial situation. And then take steps to make sure that you are saving on a regular basis, to build an emergency savings account so that you're prepared to handle whatever comes next. I think if we've learned one thing through this pandemic, it's that things change rapidly, and we want to make sure we're positioned to handle any eventuality that gets thrown our way.
A list of maybe 3 to 5 items that we can start with.
Sure. Well, everybody's different. One of the things that I suggest, and you can do this as a family or with your significant other, is to, get a piece of paper, make a T-chart. On one side needs, on one side wants, and have a very honest conversation about those things that you can live without. So, we might think about cable, television, and apps, right, that we don't use. We might think about personal services, hair, nails, going to the gym, because a lot of those things we can do at home. We could go for a jog, we can work out at home. So right there, those are 3 things, right? Personal services, fitness, and apps or cable TV.
Start with a scenario of an individual who has lost their job. What should they be doing, Tara, right now?
Right. So it's a tough situation. And I think a lot of people are experiencing things like that. And the first thing you want to do is take stock of your situation. Look at your finances, review your budget, see where you can make adjustments to really identify those priority items and get those paid first. And then take advantage of resources that might be available to you. Contact creditors and service providers, try to get the help that you need so that you can make sure those priority items are paid.
Now, it's often tough for people to pick up that phone and call a creditor.
Right.
How do you start with that? I mean, because it's something you should do, but people are so embarrassed and reluctant. What message do you have for them?
It is tough. The first thing I would say is that you are not alone, especially right now. So many people are in the same situation. And so the creditors and service providers are ready and expecting those calls, actually. So you'll want to talk to someone in the hardship department or talk to somebody that's empowered to help you with your account. But, they already have programs set up You just have to call and ask for them. You'd be surprised. And really, the worst thing they can say is no, there's nothing available to help you. But chances are that they are going to have something. So realize you're not alone and just take that first step.
I've read, and I'm sure you've read, that individuals actually who have a lot of money are very, very careful. And I have observed this, very careful with their money, perhaps more so than those who don't have quite as much.
Sure. We should know where every dollar goes, right? There's a saying, give every dollar a purpose. And we really should be doing that. Thinking about whether this is an item that I really need or it's just an impulse buy. And again, I keep going back to that budget, but did I plan for this? And is it something that I can afford and it's going to be a good decision in the long term?
Well, thank you so much. Tara Alderete, Director of Enterprise Learning for Money Management International. Thank you for joining us for America Today. I'm Saida Pagán.